This is a sample of the rolled hem that doesn't use the rolled hemming foot, and from the outside you get a really nice neat machined finish, and on the inside you get a few extra rows of stitching that you don't get if you use the foot, but this, you might find this method allows you to control the fabric more easily. I'm going to start by just cutting a piece of fabric for the sample that's about 15 or 20 centimetres wide by about 10 centimetres. And the first step is to stitch 6mm from the raw edge where you're going to put the hem. So that's 1/4 inch, 6mm all the way along. Now that I've done my stitching, I'm now going to use that line of stitching to turn under the hem with the iron. So I want to bring that over to the inside, and I want to try and make sure that the stitching sits to the inside rather than on the edge or still sitting to the right side of the fabric. And what I'll do next is to stitch 3mm from this edge. So I'm pretty much aiming for the middle of this turned under piece of fabric all the way along. I've stitched again 3mm this time from the folded edge, so I was aiming for the centre of my turned under hem allowance. Now what I want to do is to trim away, just cutting close to my stitch line that I've just done. I'm just removing that edge there. Then using this line of stitch, I'm going to turn the hem again, folding again to the inside. And you'll be able to see your first line of stitch there. And then I'm going to stitch one final time, stitching quite close to the inside edge of this fold. So you might want to put some pins in to hold it, or just stitch. So for my final stitch line for the hem, I want to try to get as close to this folded edge here as I can, but also trying to maintain an equal distance from the folded edge this side of my hem. Once you get to the end, just do a few back stitches to finish off. So from the outside you see a really neat machined finish. I've got a nice neat folded edge here, and on the inside I've got a folded inside edge, and again you see the lines of machine stitch, but as they're on the inside and they would be in a colour to match my fabric, they'll be inconspicuous. So I just need to edge finish my sample and then that's complete.